so I don't know if you can see that, but I am bang on the border of England and Wales. I can't zoom in any more on that maps. There's the says England at the top, Wales at the bottom, so I'm right on the border, right? That piece of sheep shit is right on the border of England and Wales, folks. Good day everybody, welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you're not new here. If you're new here, sorry. Good start to the video, guy, good start to the video. Anyways, welcome. I'm in a small little place called Kington here in Herefordshire, and right on the border of Wales and England, folks. I couldn't really get much closer to the border if I tried. Well, that's what I'm doing today, funnily enough. I can get closer. That's what we're going to do, folks. A little out of breath because I've been going uphill for about 5 minutes. The views are opening up already. So today, folks, we're just inside of England here in Herefordshire. We're gonna hike over what they call the I'm so bad with names. It is the Hergest Ridge. The Hergest Ridge. It's a hill basically. And I'm going to climb to the top of that, over the other side, plonk myself into Wales for a little while, and head to a little pub there called the Royal Oak. So there's a little pub there, we can have a little swifty. So we're going to head into Wales, folks, for a quick pint. A nice long walk for a pint. And then what we're going to do is, there's another little pub just back into England called the Swan Inn. And apparently it's just like going into someone's house, very small. So I just phoned up to see if they're open, and a little old lady answered and said, we will be open, we may be a few minutes late, but bear with us, you know, we will be there. So cute, man, so cute. So that's what we're going to do, folks. We're going to do a loop. We're going to leave England for a little while, head to Wales, have a pint, stop in another pub that's just inside of England for another pint, which is very close to the border, if not one of the closest pubs to the border in, you know, on the border, I guess, and head back to here, Kington, which is where I am right now. It's a lovely little place. Randomly ended up here, don't ask, but yes, folks, it's beautiful. Anyway, so what we're doing, the part that we're going to be walking over the ridge is part of the Offa's Dyke path, which goes from north to south of the whole length of Wales basically, and a lot of it is the border of Wales. So that's what we're doing today, folks, as well. So lots to remember to try and explain to you guys. Anyway, we're just walking up the road here now towards the ridge, and there's a place here called the Hergest Gardens. Now, we're not going in obviously, but apparently it's a beautiful gardens. Kington's very small, and where we're going to, I forgot to mention the name of the small little village that we're heading to into Wales. It's called, what they call here, Gladestry. So I asked the people that I'm staying with here, what's the name of that? Gladestry, but in Welsh it would be pronounced Gladestry. Another thing that I forgot to mention, I mentioned that gardens that they've got that you pay to go in, but they've also got this massive park here. This is free to go in, you just roam around, and there's loads and loads of old trees, and a lot of them are labelled with how old they are and the names of the trees. Look at those redwoods. And it's also worth mentioning that there's also another way up here from where I'm staying, just outside of the town. You can go through a forest route on the way up, but given that it's a nice day and the sun is out, I didn't want to be in a forest, folks. I didn't want to be in the shade, I wanted to be in the sunshine. But I'm kind of regretting it now because it's a little bit hot and I'm wishing I had some shade. You always want what you can't have. Oof. Anyways, folks, crack on. And in case you're wondering why I didn't go into the gardens then, it's because I'm pushed for time. We're doing this in the afternoon because these pubs, they don't open. One opens at 5:30 p.m. and one opens at 7 p.m. So luckily for me, the first one we go to opens at 5:30 p.m. then the second one 7 p.m. so then I've got to walk back, which to get there takes just under 2 hours. To come back takes about an hour and a half, I believe. So I need to get back before darkness, really. I'm scared of ghosts, folks. I'm scared of ghosts. But no, that's the reason we're doing it so late and why I'm a little bit rushed for time. Anyways. The pleasure was all mine. All mine. Here we are, folks. Hergest Ridge Common. So we are here, Offa's Dyke path. We're going to walk all the way to Gladestry. I wonder who's right, folks. I wonder who's right. Anyway, look at this, man. Stunning. Beautiful low trees. Beautiful ancient forest there. All sorts of wildlife here, folks. Foxes, deer, badger, all sorts of birds, woodpeckers, buzzards flying around this morning. I tell you, that's one beautiful thing about this country, is the wildlife, you know. Yeah, it takes a lot to beat, actually, the UK for like natural wildlife. I'm not talking safari stuff, you know. I'm just talking gentle animals. Ooh, she's come out this afternoon, folks. She's come out. It's hot. It's beautiful, man. And a nice little breeze. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm just noticing like some more hills there and over there. And they do things annually. I don't know if it starts here in Kington or here somewhere around here. It's called the 7 Peaks. I believe it's 7. And all of the highest peaks around here, they do a race basically, whether you walk it or run it. I guess running it's the idea, but yes, just thought I'd let you know that if you're into your hiking or you're running or you're fell running or whatever, it might be worth checking out. The rolling hills of Herefordshire. Look at that, man. Isn't that just a picture? Look at the different greens there. Looks like there's some beautiful cliffs to be had there. Might try and head up there at one point. I can see a couple of hikers actually just up there. 2 little dots, so there's clearly a path. I'll check that out. Yeah, man, look at that. Looks amazing. Beautiful. Apparently up here as well, near the top, there's some random monkey puzzle trees been planted. No idea the story behind it. I just turned around and the views from behind are opening up nicely. Beautiful views of the vast plains. There's those hills again, those beautiful hills with the beautiful fields. And we're getting quite close to the top, folks. I'm hoping the top is just there. But yeah, it's always worth turning around every now and again. You start stomping and you forget to take a little peep behind. So Kington is just down there. Whoop! Good afternoon, how are you?
Enjoying the walk.
That's not a bad little view you've got there. Look at that. I just turned around for the first time then, I'm like, whoa.
It's worth it.
Yeah, I mean, you keep plodding on and you forget to look behind. Look at this.
When you get to our age, you plod and sit and plod and sit.
I'm getting there, I'm getting there.
Where are you off to?
Heading off down into the pub, into Gladestry.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's Gladestry in Welsh. I'm Welsh, and I would pronounce it Gladestry.
We used to call it Gladestry.
There you
and
go.
Then someone said, "Oh, you mean
Gladestry is like the English way. I'd say Gladestry because of the Y.
Way in England, you see. But yeah, well, I would have said Gladestry.
Yeah, it's just the way it reads in English, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I'm going to head, there's another little pub called the Swan
Yes.
in a little place called Huntington,
Yes.
and then back to Kington.
So you do 2 pubs per walk normally, do you?
Not
And then
really.
back to the next
Only
one.
because there is. It's not my fault they're there.
Enjoy it.
Take care, yeah? Look at the view they've got, man. Look at that. Lovely bunch of people, man. Lovely bunch of folk. They're just enjoying the view there. They're just so happy, man. This is what I like. Anyway, you heard what that woman said then. We used to call it Gladestry. That's because it is Gladestry. That's why. Anyway, let's go. Vamos. So we've got paths going in all directions. One there, one there, one there. Welcome to the racecourse, folks. Welcome to the racecourse. That's what we are currently in. Whoop. And I also see the monkey puzzle trees in the distance. Can you see them, folks? The old monkey puzzle trees. Whose idea was that then? Anyway, look. Vast views of the Shires. Yes, man. This part of the UK is absolutely phenomenal. If you are going to visit the UK, you're not from here, and you want like traditional old little villages, and I mean places here, you know, if you want to build a new house or you want to restore an old house, you have to keep everything as is in certain places, you know. They're listed buildings, that's what we call them. So yeah, just some such cute places here and great hikes like this. Nothing too strenuous, all a little bit hilly, no serious mountains like up in North Wales, you know. You can head over to the Brecon Beacons, which aren't far away from here, but even still they're, you know, fairly smallish in comparison, or, you know, steep and I dare say dangerous as like some places in Snowdonia. The more pleasant kind of hikes, you know, which is great, which is fantastic. Anyway, folks, let's go check out these bloody trees. The trees. The trees. It's quite random, isn't it? Nothing but the trees. Beautiful. If you don't know what a monkey puzzle tree is, this is what they look like. Very spiky. Wouldn't like to land on one of those if I was coming down on a parachute. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. And look, the new ends coming through, new growth. Boing. But yeah, look at this. Might have a little sit down here for a sec. Take it all in. Goodbye, monkey puzzle trees. It's time to leave them, folks. It's time to leave them. Absolutely beautiful. Another bench there, another nice little bench if you want to view that way. Oh, and I was going to mention as well, you're not going to see it very clearly, but that first ridge over there, that's the beginning of the Brecon Beacons, and that's where Hay-on-Wye is. A very famous little town here called Hay-on-Wye, just there. And that ridge is called the Cat's Back. And I've hiked that a couple of times. It's absolutely stunning, folks. Really nice views from up there. So if you're around this area, again, the Cat's Back. Anyway, horses are coming up. There's quite a few. I just hope I'm going to have to give them a bit of wide berth. Don't know if you saw my video when I was down in Dorset, and a horse got a little bit agitated by me, you know, and he kind of came towards me, and I've got nothing to hide behind up here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can count at least 12 there, and they've got babies, which means I need to give them a proper wide berth, folks. I need to go around. I can see more here as well, 2 more. I've actually just noticed a little path that goes through the shrub there, through the bracken, but I don't want to get too close to them because there's a few baby ones there. But that's as close as I want to get, folks. Don't want to agitate them, but how beautiful. Look at that. Yeah, the bigger one. You see that bigger one staring at me there? Just here. I was going to head back up this way. I was going to change my mind, but I'm going to continue this way because I really don't want to make them feel uneasy. I've just said that, I know, but I'd really love to get some close footage for you guys, but I'm sure you can see them there. Well, it seems someone's taken it upon themselves to make their own trig. Here I go. I don't think this is the official trig. That was over there, just a few hundred meters. Well, it's there, I can see it at the top of it, down this little path here. Someone's made one for this path, so we don't feel like we're missing out. I prefer that one as well. Look at that, beautiful. The horses, wow, man. That big one is still looking at me. He's making sure I'm leaving, you know. He's got a little pony with him as well, so bloody wide, unless it's a female. Could be a female. Anyways, folks, absolutely stunning. Wasn't expecting to see those up here. Anyway, let's crack on. Just want to make sure I'm going in the right direction because there's a few different paths to take here now. There's one there, there's one there, there's one just here. I don't want to get lost in these parts, folks. I don't want to get lost. So we had come off the path a little bit, folks. Here's the signage, back on it now. It's amazing when you just get distracted by something like horses, for example, which is what I just did. It takes you off route, and all it takes is a little. If I'd have kept going the way I thought I was going to go, then it wouldn't have been. Ah, Jesus Christ! Something eating my arm. Woo! Some little. What the hell was that? I didn't even see it. It looked like a woodlouse, but it wasn't. Eee. Anyway, folks, I was just saying. I was just going to continue along that way then without even thinking, you know, and it would have taken me in a totally different direction. So after a quick squiz on maps, we're going to drop down here a little bit over this green mound here, and from there we should see Gladestry, Gladestry for you English folk. I come in peace. I come in peace. Don't sheeps know that I come in pieces. So just slightly off path here, some remnants of something here. There's been no stones or anything at all on this this walk, and all of a sudden we've got these exposed rocks here, which to me suggests that there used to be something here, folks. Detective work. And there's there used to be something maybe more modern here, I don't know. I just noticed that actually. You see the square, it looks like a square. Some kind of old building used to be here, folks, but there's no information on it. You can clearly see this, the base of something. Now, how old that would be, I don't know. That doesn't look that old to me, to be honest. Well, you know, not back in the day, but just back in the day. Anyway, high road, low road. Which one, folks? Derecha, izquierda. I took the high road. We both go in slightly different directions, but I'm hoping they're going to come out in the same place, or at least I've chosen the right path. Anyway, I can't be far off. Okay, folks, so I don't know if you can see that, but I am bang on the border of England and Wales. I can't zoom in any more on that maps. Says England at the top, Wales at the bottom, so I'm right on the border, right? That piece of sheep shit is right on the border of England and Wales, folks. Let's kick a bit, there you go. English, Welsh. That is the border, folks. Bang on. Can you see that? I can't see if you can see that. But anyway, I'm telling you, that's where we are. On the border. Whoop! Welcome to Gales. Welcome to Wales, folks. Goodbye, England. Oh, you can instantly smell the freshness of the air coming from those Welsh hills. Oof, so much fresher, folks, so much fresher. I'm only joking, England. Okay, so we've gotten ourselves another load of horses, and the path's quite slim here, so I'm gonna have to give them a massive wide berth as far as I can get away from the bracken. I come in peace. It's all good. It's okay. I mean no harm. Thank you. Look at those, man. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The female looks wide as well. She's probably pregnant again. I don't know. She looked extra girthy from the back there, from the back end. Anyway, just coming to the ridge now. Hopefully we should see Gladestry soon. Like I said, Hay on Wye down that way. Brecon Beacon's beyond. Again, somewhere else you should definitely visit if you come to Wales. The Brecon Beacons, there's some stunning walks there, stunning lakes, stunning waterfalls. Wales is beautiful, people. Wales is absolutely beautiful. Very proud. I'm very proud of this land I'm from. Hello, mate. Oof. Two little heads bobbing above the bracken there, just checking me out. Cheeky little devils. Just on the other side, just on the other, so where we saw that trig before, it was in kind of like a bit of land like that, wasn't it, with the stones in the middle with the water. That was on just as you got to the top of the hill, and this is just going down now, and there's exactly the same kind of like hole in the ground. Just wondering why there's that exact same kind of dug out bit of land in the same kind of location on opposite sides of the ridge. I hope that made sense, folks. Sometimes I'm not very good at explaining things. Anyway, look at this. We're heading down now. It's all downhill from here, which is always welcome, with a nice little pub at the bottom of the hill. Even more welcome. Another lone little tree, beautiful scenery. What do you reckon, folks? If you're not from Wales, if you're not from the UK, what do you reckon to the scenery you're seeing? Do you like it? This is the UK. Beautiful. Well, this is Bracken Central. Look at all of that bracken, man. Just nothing but, except for that tree, of course, but nothing but. Stunning. Clearly the place for it to thrive and live in abundance. And I was just walking back there before, I forgot to mention, but I thought I could hear like a drone above me, so I was like looking up in the sky, but it was all of the bees and the little, you know, the buzzy little flies and stuff. It was just because it was so silent up there, you could hear all of the buzzing going on, and it kind of sounded like a drone, but it was so nice, man. All the little bees and flies at work, pollinating and doing whatever they do. Nature, man, nature. It was a false horizon, folks. Oh, a bloody false horizon it was. We've still got all this to go, and then there's another nib there. Hopefully it's beyond there. Hopefully. No, I'm in no rush anyway, folks, but I did think this was going to be the top and then we were going to be dropping down into the village. But look at these scenes, man, honest to God. So just a few weeks back I got back from Mexico, so this scenery now again to me is just fascinating, you know. I've just been on the Yucatan Peninsula where it's beautiful, the beaches and the jungle and all of that is beautiful, you know, very nice, but it's not this, you know, it's not. It's just totally different. Here, I don't know, I just feel, I guess it's because I'm from here, isn't it? I just feel more free, more just, I'm here by myself, look at this. You know, like I can just take myself to places, any part of the UK really, wherever I land myself, I can take myself away from people. But in Mexico it seems a little bit more difficult to do that, or you know, I guess of course you can go into nature there, you can go into all the small little villages and stuff like that, of course you can, but it's not like the UK. Not to say it's any better or worse, I'm just saying, when I take myself away from places for a while, I was there for 6 months, now I've come back, you kind of, you appreciate, you know, you appreciate this place again, I appreciate all of this again. But when I go back to Mexico, I'll be appreciating the benefits and the pros of there, you know. So it's all pros and cons, folks, it's all pros and cons, but at the moment it's a beautiful time of the year here, so there's no place I'd rather be right now, I don't think, to be honest with you, at the moment. Absolutely stunning. And I'm sorry if I say that a lot in this video, folks, but it's bloody stunning, mate. Stunning. I wish I had a good zoom on my lens now. A farmer working his dogs over there, getting his sheep in. He's on a little quad by the looks of it, and he's just taking them into the corner of the field there now. And I can see them going into the bottom field. Oh, I hope you guys can see that. He's just taking them from that big field there with the tree in the middle into like a smaller pen at the bottom. The skills of these dogs is phenomenal, folks. An old Welsh farm down there, look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Now then. How about that? Not a bad view to take a bath, is it? Oof. I'm tempted, folks, I'm tempted. It's just a shame there's no water in there. Oh well, you can't have it all. No idea what that is. Generator? Could be a generator. Anyway, vamos, let's go. That pint is calling me, folks. That pint is calling me. Okay, so we've come to a point where I think that's the main path down there. But there's a little path up here just up to this nib. I'm just going to nip up there just to see if there's a view of above the village, because as it stands we're going back down, you see. I'm just going to have a quick look up there. Hopefully it's not a false horizon, hopefully there's something to see up there, but you never know until you try these things, dear. So let's head on up here for a minute. You never know, I might be able to meet the path back down. It might be a little offshoot or a little shortcut back onto the path. Let's see. A quick look back. It's the way we've just come from, this way. You see all the little paths, the way they go different ways. Like there's another one there, that one leads down there. That's why it's quite easy to kind of get lost, really. You know, if you just take one, you think they might meet back up, but quite often they don't. They'll take you in a whole different direction. Anyway, is this a false horizon? Or is it not a false horizon? Folks, let's have a gander. A little bit. We still need to keep going a bit. It's a false horizon. Anyway, let's continue, because like I say, we might be able to meet up on the path and drop into the village this way. Dedos cruzados, fingers crossed, because I don't really want to have to go back on myself, to be honest with you, but because we should be down there now. Anyway, let's see. So we reached the peak. It was worth it, peeps, it was worth it. This is the top of the nib. England, heading into Herefordshire. Beautiful, look at that. The way we've just come. Galles, Wales, Brecon Beacons, West Wales, South Wales, North Wales from where I'm from, up that way. So we're still very close to the border, obviously, probably like a mile away, mile or two. Yeah man, absolutely beautiful, beautiful. Look at this. There we go, Gladestry, the church there. Big building project going on there, no idea what that is. But down there, folks, somewhere is the Royal Oak where we are going to be going. How magical does this look, eh? Look at that. How cute is that? Oh my days. Just waiting for the pixies to come up. And the little fairies and stuff. These are foxgloves. Native plants in the UK. Beautiful, beautiful plants. Yeah man, look at that. Very old tree, that man. Very old stump. Not stump. Look at this. What a hike, man. This is an absolutely amazing little hike, folks. Many viewpoints. Look at this. Lovely little bench here. Oof. I have to take a couple of minutes before I head down. And I think I see the Royal Oak, folks. That looks like a pub. Wow. Well, we're in Wales now, innit? We're in Wales, innit? Beautiful, folks, beautiful. Look at this. You can hear the sheep down there. Can you hear the sheep? Horses running in the distance there. Fresh Welsh air. Oh my days, folks. I urge you to come and do this little hike if you're in this area, seriously. Anyway, do you know what I've just noticed? Hang on, is this the path? Please, please, please allow me to go down. I'm going to follow it. I'm just hoping I can get down, folks. I think I'm going to be able to get back down here somewhere. Let's see. The bracken's gotten quite thick, folks. Oof. I'm not sure, but I can see a gate. I can see a gate just down there. Oof. Camera down for a sec. So I think the gate was down there, and it looks like I can walk through here. Folks, that's hard on the knees. Anyway, folks, I'm going to make myself decent, get my t-shirt on, go and enjoy a pint. Back to civilization. All right. I think the pub's just around the corner here. This is the school by the looks of it. And the pub should have opened 10 minutes ago, so nicely timed. That took me about an hour and 40 minutes. Well, no, about an hour and a half, and that was stopping and to do filming and stuff. So yeah, that's not bad. An hour and a half. Said an hour and 50 minutes on Google Maps, so about right, I'd say. I do get a stomp on. I do walk quite fast as well. Anyway, welcome to Gladestry. First building we come to, folks, apart from the post office, is the Royal Oak. So I'm going to head on in, have a swift pint, and we're going to head on to the second destination. And folks, this is the Royal Oak. Dogs welcome. Beautiful. Opening times for you folk. Apparently they're a bit hit or miss with the times when they're open, so best thing to do is phone before you come, which is what I did and do. Anyway, folks, let's go in. Vamos.
I wouldn't be doing that time.
4:30.
There you go, mate. Thank you. Cheers.
I won't be fucking doing that shit. It's just hot.
Yeah, they bought a new one. To be fair, if I was shot Shit's Creek, I expect if I wrong you, I expect Tom would do it. You know,
Spray mark and I started putting it with an
Thank you, mate.
I know it is big, but I get paid for it. I said, fucking pointless.
Go, folks. Hang on. There we go. That was the old Royal Oak. Anyways, folks, we're going to head on now to Huntington for the next stop, which is the Swan Inn. I believe it's a right turn just here from a little squiz on Google Maps. Anyways, that was absolutely beautiful, folks, beautiful. Nice owner called Dave in there, very pleasant guy indeed. When I go to these places, I don't like to intrude on their privacy, as I just showed you a little bit of 3 or 4 kind of youngish lads, well, mid-30s, early 40s maybe, farmers, and they were just putting the world to rights, folks. They were just putting the world to rights, and that's what little places like this are like, you know. People go there for a couple of pints, and then they go home for some food or whatnot. But anyway, folks, this is the way we're going. This is the way we are headed.